We all should have saw this coming. Diddy being indicted, 250 cameras. Speaking of, the thing that I find interesting about the Diddy situation is not just that the cameras was found in his home. It's the events that led up to. Diddy claimed that this liquor company was discriminating against him, and then shortly thereafter, Cassie filed this lawsuit, which forced Diddy to drop his lawsuit, only for him to pay Cassie off, and then Little Rod slap him with his lawsuit, right? Little Rod claimed that Lucian Grange was aiding and abetting Diddy, only for Lucian Grange to be dropped from the lawsuit.
There go Lucian Grange again. When we sit back and look at this whole situation, sadly, it's not just about Diddy. It's these puppeteers or these puppet masters that are behind this whole situation. Altogether, whether it's music or whether it's acting, a lot of the times it's some white dude that's behind all of this. Not saying Diddy isn't like guilty, because I think Diddy is guilty, but it's bigger than Diddy, because if Diddy goes to jail, they're just going to put another person in Diddy's place, and next thing you know, the whole crap is going to continue, because that's the sad part. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Everybody coming on in, hit the like button. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Say what's up. Let's get it.
4 to 6 days prior to the Cassie tape drop. You following me? Mind you, there is a lawsuit that was dismissed in 2020 that named Lucian Grange in a trafficking case. So he ain't new to this, he true to this, in my opinion. And allegedly, this isn't me taking up for Diddy, but I find it awfully strange. You were in this lawsuit, you dropped the lawsuit, then Cassie come out, then Little Rod. Now we have 7 victims that's filing claims against Diddy.
And I talked about it earlier a few days ago that Lucian Grange is actually the person that funded every Diddy party. So when you sit back and just think about the person that is funding these weird parties, that is putting people in positions where they are now complicit with all these negative things, because you know there's so many tapes that the feds have confiscated that have probably thousands of famous people on it doing weird things in Diddy's house. How did Diddy alone have all this power? Lucian Grange is the person that funded all of this. Lucian Grange is the person that had the higher end people coming to Diddy's party. Because if you sit back and just think about it, how is Diddy in particular, regardless of what you think about Diddy, how is Diddy alone able to invite all of these like politicians, not rappers, politicians? It's Lucian Grange. So it's bigger than Diddy.
Have y'all ever thought, like, who was on these tapes? Because I'm hearing and I read that he may have had these cameras in his home as insurance. Insurance again.
A grand jury has been called in for Diddy's indictment. They are moving to the next step on him. So according to CNN and TMZ, the Southern District of New York just...
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Let me give y'all a second to hit the like button, because y'all ain't hitting the like button. Hit the like button. Shout out to Augusta. Shout out to New York. Shout out to Atlanta. Shout out to Camden, New Jersey. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at, and I'll shout you out.
Justice Department is moving forward in the investigation against Diddy. Yep, they moving to the next step. They are notifying witnesses that they may be called to testify in front of a grand jury. And this is for a criminal indictment, baby, which means that they have done all their work. They are ready to go ahead and see if they can charge Diddy with something. Now, some of the potential witnesses could be people that have already filed lawsuits against Diddy, and that includes Cassie Ventura. Now, we all know when Diddy's homes got raided, everybody thought it was Ethiopia that...
Thank you, Gracie. I appreciate you.
Set the bomb on him. Well, actually, it was Cassie. Cassie was the one that was working with the feds. She is probably the reason why the feds did invade Diddy's homes to collect videos. One of those videos could potentially be the one of her being attacked by Diddy in the hotel. Now, there are 8 law.
Yo, somebody said no Lucian instead of no Diddy. That's hilarious. No Lucian.
lawsuits out against Diddy. So any of those people could be pulled in to testify against him. Now, according to CNN, the feds have interviewed most of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit, but they and other witnesses have yet to be prepped to go before a grand jury. And according to CNN, the network says Homeland Security investigation agents are taking their time and being very thorough to make sure that the case against Diddy is bulletproof if and when the indictment drops. Remember when I told y'all they was going to take their time with him? Everybody's like, well, where's the indictment? They need to make sure that when they drop it, he has nowhere to run.
So right here, this is the specific reason why the feds, the federal government, dropped or released that footage of him doing what he was doing to Cassie in that hotel, in order to make sure that they get an indictment and to make sure that whatever jury pool that they get to come in to, be on a jury, they're already compromised literally by that video. That's why that video was released on CNN versus TMZ. See, TMZ is really like messy black folks. Messy black folks watch TMZ. Nobody else cares about TMZ. But CNN, that's political. So way more people watch CNN versus TMZ. Millions of more people. So that's why it was leaked on CNN. So every single person, like between a certain age, is going to see that leaked tape of what Diddy was doing to Cassie in the hotel. And that is the key. The feds have a 90%, over 90% rate of indictments and, success rate, I'll say. So the reason why they do it is because they take their time and make sure they put everything together. So when they do indict you and they do come get you, it's over.
Feds do not invade your home for nothing.
Facts. All right, so let me shout y'all out real quick. Shout out to Idaho. Idaho is in the building. Okay. North Carolina, Sacramento, Idaho, Broward, Florida, St. Louis, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Atlanta. I'm back again. Last night lives was fire. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate your broken traditions. Let's see. Shout out to LeBronx, not LeBronx. Shout out to Connecticut. Shout out to Missouri, Rotterdam. What's up, Shira? Hello from Nuremberg, Germany. Shout out to Germany. Yonkers.
Now, just in case you don't know what a grand jury is for, CNN wrote it out for you. Now, a grand jury is comprised of regular citizens like me who are going to sit in front of a judge and the district attorney while they plead the case on why Diddy should be charged for whatever he's going to be charged with. Now, this often signals that the investigation has moved from preliminary stage to new phase in which prosecutors present evidence and witness testimonies to the jurors, like I said before. Among other things, the grand jury will ultimately vote on whether to criminally charge a defendant. Now, baby, we all know what's going to happen.
Hold on. Let's back that up. This was important right here.
While they plead the case on why Diddy should be there to run.
So, you know what? Let's play this again because this is very important. I backed it up a little bit. This is very important. Love the hoodie. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get the burgundy one. Shout out to you. Yeah, I got all colors.
The feds do not invade your home for nothing. Now, just in case you don't know what a grand jury is for, CNN wrote it out for you. Now, a grand jury is comprised of regular citizens like me who are going to sit in front of a judge and the district attorney while they plead the case on why Diddy should be charged for what.
Why, not whether he should go to prison, but why he should be tried criminally. So that's what a grand jury is for. So I just wanted to make sure y'all understand that part. So a grand jury is going to vote whether he gets tried criminally or not. So it's different types of juries.
whatever he's going to be charged with. Now, this often signals that the investigation has moved from preliminary stage to new phase in which prosecutors present evidence and witness testimonies to the jurors, like I said before. Among other things, the grand jury will ultimately vote on whether to criminally charge a defendant. Now, baby,
because of course, right now, it's not criminal. It's a civil suit.
Y'all know what's going to happen. This man is going to be indicted. He gonna be indicted. The only thing I'm worried about is him harming himself before he actually has to face everything that he's done to people.
And right there, I think that's an actual issue. I think if Diddy is not taken into custody fast enough, it's a possibility. What's up, the fifth house? What's going on? Did you mail my card game out today? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. What was that? Oh, yeah. God damn it. What was I saying? She don't have me smiling ear to ear. I forgot what the hell I was about to. Well, it'll come back to me. Hit a like button, y'all. Hit a like button. Hit a like button. Hit a like button. Hit a like button. Hit the like button. How many of y'all have hit the like button already? Hit the like button if you have not hit the like button already.
I don't want him to go out the weak way. I want him to face the shit that he has done. But we shall.
Oh, yeah. It's a possibility that he can actually self-delete before they take him into custody. Why? Because I'm about to show y'all that Diddy has been doing these terrible things even when he was a kid. Even when Diddy was a kid. And this goes back to who raised him. His mother. Remember, his mother was doing these same things, having these same type of parties. She was pimping women. She was literally a madam. That was her job. So Diddy has been doing all these terrible things since he was a little kid. Because we're gonna talk about how when he was in college, he was doing these things. So he was super young when he was doing all these crazy things, way before he even got famous. I mean, famous, not famous. Even before he got famous. That means the power wasn't what made Diddy into this person. His upbringing, his mother made him into this person. Because he was broke, still doing these things to women.
See, tell me what y'all think in the comments, peoples.
Good morning, Kate. So this is obviously the biggest escalation since those March raids on Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami. We are now hearing that federal investigators are preparing to possibly bring witnesses in front of a federal grand jury in New York City. What we have heard is that possible witnesses have been notified that they could be called to testify. Now, sources do caution that investigators are still in the process of gathering information. In fact,
so people that are literally on the tapes that were confiscated from Diddy's home when they did the home raid in, I think, 3 different states, Miami, New York, and one other place. They're contacting those people that they're finding on the hundreds of tapes that they confiscated. They're calling the people and saying, hey, I just want you to know that we just seen you butt naked in Diddy's house doing A, B, and C with this person or these people. Would you like to give us a statement to help us protect you from these tapes? That's the reason why, well, one of the reasons why they went into Diddy's house, for the tapes and the tunnels. The tapes and the tunnels. And I talked about the tunnels. So y'all know about the tunnels that were up under Diddy's house. But now they have tapes and they're calling up the people because they're famous. You can easily, get a hold of famous people, famous naked people. And now those famous people that were naked in Diddy's house are now about to take the stand, or either at least offer a statement to the federal government. And worst case scenario, they'll take the stand. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Oh, and before we keep going on, let's take a quick commercial break, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna come right back. And I need everybody watching to hit the like button because y'all ain't hitting the like button.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Yo, somebody said the feds are about to see a lot of butt stuff. Not butt stuff. All right, let's go. Don't forget to buy my Deep Discussions card game. The link is under this video. The link is hovering right around here somewhere. And the link is also pinned at the top of the chat. Y'all see the link. Don't act like y'all don't see it. Hit the like button and buy my Deeper Discussions card game.
Still calling in new witnesses, and they have called in some witnesses multiple times. We also hear that the majority of the accusers who have
that part right there, they're calling in multiple witnesses multiple times. Why do you think they're doing that? They're calling in multiple witnesses multiple times. The video is loud. Sorry about that. Sorry that the video is loud, y'all. I try to make the video loud, not super loud, but because sometimes you can play a video and it's super low. So I'll be trying to match the volume of the videos. So they are calling in multiple people in multiple times. That's the scary part.
Called to testify. Now, sources do caution that investigators are still in the process of gathering information. In fact, they are still calling in new witnesses, and they have called in some witnesses multiple times. We also hear that the majority of the accusers who have filed these civil lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs have been brought in for questioning, and again, some of them being called in numerous times. We hear that many are cooperating. Now, a spokesperson for Homeland Security did not respond to our request for comment about the presence of a grand jury, but they did confirm that this investigation is presently ongoing. Possession of video footage that was taken inside of Combs's residence.
Yo, real quick, this is just a public service announcement. I am a drinker of Fiji water, and I just seen there has been a recall of the producers of Fiji water have been 1.9 million bottles of Fiji water after testing found bottles contain manganese and 3 strains of bacteria. Shit. All I drink is Fiji water. Shit. So just a quick service announcement. Anybody that drinks Fiji water, make sure y'all what you need to do is hold on, let me see. Because this is important. We talk about P. Diddy, but this is important because this affects me. Fiji water, spiritual world. Where is the damn? All right, here it is. All right, let's see. I know we're talking about P. Diddy, but this is important. 1.9 million bottles of Fiji water recalled after testing finds high level of manganese, which can cause brain damage. The producer of Fiji, I literally have 2 bottles of Fiji water right here. Like, all right. The producer of Fiji natural water have issued a recall for approximately 1.9 million bottles of water due to the presence of manganese in 3 strains of bacteria discovered during testing. The recall by Natural Waters, according to Fiji spokesperson, what I'm looking for right now is a date, because my Fiji water, like I buy a lot of water and just stock it, right? So all my Fiji water has been in my cupboard for like months. Months. Oh, yeah. So I haven't bought new Fiji water in a minute. So, okay, the recall affects approximately 79,000 cases of the water, 500, the 24 pack. The 24 pack. I get these. So I get the 12 packs. So maybe I'm out of the out of woods. So the 24 pack is the small packs. Okay. So I might be out of the woods. I don't know. As reported by the Food and Drug Administration, the affected cases have production dates. Here we go, y'all. We're going to get back to P. Diddy in a second. The affected cases of Fiji water, the production dates ranging from November 11th, 2023 to November 25th. The UPC code on the cases is 632565. Write this down if you drink Fiji water, y'all. November 11th, 2023 to November 25th. So it's a small group. November 11th to November 25th. The UPC code on these cases is 632 565 000043, while the UPC code on the individual bottles is 632 565 000012. What the hell is a UPC code? Do y'all drink Fiji water, y'all? What the hell is a UPC code? Shit. Oh, here we go. Okay, I found the UPC code. So the UPC code of, I'm so dumb. They're not glasses. I don't put on shades. All right. So the UPC code of my water, all right, is 6325565, which matches. Mine is 00029. Yes, my water has not been affected. So the water that has, because I want to show you how to check your water. We're going to get back to P. Diddy in a second. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Okay. This is how you check your water, Fiji water. there's a UPC code on the label. The label is on the barcode right here. All right, everybody check the UPC code of your Fiji water, okay? And write this down. Y'all ready? Write this down. The number that has been affected, which can cause brain damage, is 6, is a big 6 next by itself. And then it says 32565. Mine is 632565. So I was like, oh shit, right? But the next set of numbers under the barcode is 00012. Mine is 00029. So I'm in the clear. I gotta drink water, Erica, and either what else water am I gonna drink? I only drink Fiji water, so am I just not gonna drink Fiji water? So I'm drinking it. But you said same factory. Like, nah, man. Because at the end of the day, like, all of the water has not been affected. And I can probably go and get a water tester. Do y'all know anything about water testers? I don't know. I might see if I can find a water tester or something. But no, y'all don't understand. I have at least 20 cases of Fiji water, big cases like this. I'm just going to check the UPC code of everything, but I ain't throwing all that damn water out. Are you crazy? No. So, hey, all right. So let's get back to P. Diddy. But I just wanted to give y'all that public service announcement. So one more time, the UPC code that has been affected is 632565000012. All right, so I just wanted to let y'all know that. Check your UPC labels.
We hear that these investigators have been contacting individuals that they have seen on this footage. One person, in addition to the accusers who have filed these civil suits, is a male sex worker. That is what a source tells me, and that they have been brought in for questioning.
Okay, this Diddy story keeps developing. According to Rolling Stone, they launched a 6-month investigation talking to 50 of Diddy's closest friends. These 50 close friends and former associates have allegedly agreed to speak out against Diddy in some capacity. Many of them have declined to reveal their identities, but the allegations made by the group paint a story of raging abuse dating all the way back to the 90s. The report alleges
the 90s, y'all. Remember I said P. Diddy has been doing this stuff since he was young? The 90s. P. Diddy was probably 16 to 19 in the 90s.
That after leaving Howard University in 1990, after becoming a mini celeb, Diddy still roamed the campus, where his girlfriend at the time was still attending. To make a long story short, friends of the girlfriend recall allegedly seeing Diddy beat the girlfriend with a in front of their dorm after she refused to come down and speak with him. She was trying to defend herself a little bit. She was crying, and we were telling him, get off of her. We were screaming for her. Sources say Diddy would go on to gain huge success with Bad Boy Records. Some of his former employees allege that he would fire anyone on a whim and often displayed violent behavior towards anyone who crossed him. A source claims that shortly before rapper Biggie's death, the rapper had...
Oh my God, this part right here confirmed what I've always said. But what this young lady is about to say is so disheartening, because I don't know. I never met Biggie. None of us have, right? But Biggie seemed to be like so much of a cool, laid back person that didn't bother nobody, right? What this young lady is about to say is going to break your heart, because all Biggie really wanted to do was feed his family and take care of his kids. And Diddy whacked him simply because He wanted to leave the label, and he was gonna sue Diddy. Like, it's messed up, man. That man had kids.
Plans to leave Puffy and
So for anybody who don't believe P. Diddy whacked whacked Biggie, listen to this. This shit is bad.
him and often displayed violent behavior towards anyone who crossed him. A source claims that shortly before rapper Biggie's death, the rapper had plans to leave Puffy and sue for all rights to the publishing of his songs. Combs told Biggie's lawyers, "I will never give it up until I'm dead and my bones are crushed into powder."
Now, when Biggie died, what did Puff do? He made the song "I'll Be Missing You." And in the song, he talked about how he missed and lost a best friend. So I want y'all to think about how much of a disgusting human being Diddy actually is. You whack this man who has kids, and then you make a song saying, "I'm missing you." And it was the most beautiful song that I've ever heard. Like, beautiful rap song. I've never heard a rap song more beautiful than "I'll Be Missing You." And to later on find out that Diddy is the one who got rid of Biggie, and you want to make a song talking about "I'll be missing you"? And then there's another thing. He takes all of the money from the song "I'll Be Missing You" and announces that all proceeds from this "I'll Be Missing You" song, actually the next album, because his next album, it was like No Way Out. Diddy's next album was named No Way Out, and his whole album was about being sad and crying over Diddy. And I remember, because I knew one of the members of 112, they did not get paid a dime from the song "I'll Be Missing You." They did not get paid a dime to perform "I'll Be Missing You." And the justification that Diddy had was that we're taking the proceeds of this album or of this song or the performances and donating it to Biggie's mother. And Biggie's mother comes out and says, "I never got a dime from P. Diddy." She never got a dime from P. Diddy. So he takes Valletta Wallace's son from her, makes a song that is the most beautiful song anybody has ever heard, doesn't pay the people that's on the song, and then uses it as the single for his new album. And his whole album was him whining and crying about the man that he literally whacked. That shit broke my heart, man. Golly. And for anybody who is wondering, why am I so crazy about helping or hoping that Diddy goes to prison, it's because of this, man. Like, this man is worse than R. Kelly. This man is worse than Al Capone. This is probably the most diabolical black person that ever lived. And I'm dead ass serious. I think P. Diddy is literally the most evil and diabolical black person that ever lived. because other evil, diabolical black people, they didn't have people like Lucian Grange to take up for him. Any other, black boss of anything, they didn't have no power. So they probably did this and they probably did that, but they weren't able to do this and do that for 25 years like P. Diddy was. So that's the difference between any other black person that ever walked the earth. P. Diddy had white people and the J people backing him for 30 years. Shit, man. So, yeah, this shit breaks my heart because they took a father away from their children.
Associates have allegedly agreed to speak out against Diddy in some capacity. Many of them have declined to reveal their identities, but the allegations made by the group paint a story of raging abuse dating all the way back to the 90s.
All the way back to the 90s. So to the new people that just came in, we just got about 80 new people that just came in. So to the new people just coming in, I would appreciate it if y'all just hit the like button real quick. I know y'all just coming in, but I need everybody to hit the like button to push this video out to more people. So everybody who just came in, I need about 80 people to hit the like button because y'all just came in. Please and thank you.
The report alleges that after leaving Howard University in 1990, after becoming a mini celeb, Diddy still roamed the campus, where his girlfriend at the time was still attending. To make a long story short, friends of the girlfriend recall allegedly seeing Diddy beat the girlfriend with a belt in front of their dorm after she refused to come down and speak with him. She was trying to defend herself a little bit.
She said with a belt.
She was crying and we were telling him, get off of her. We were screaming for her. Sources say Diddy would go on to gain huge success with Bad Boy Records. Some of his former employees allege that he would fire anyone on a whim and often displayed violent behavior towards anyone who crossed him. A source claims that shortly before rapper Biggie's death,
everybody hit the like button. Terica just said we have 144 likes, so we need to get the likes up. We got about 300 people in here. So right now, y'all, we got 300 people in here and we only have 140 likes. So we gotta, everybody hit the like button right now so we can keep going. But we need the likes to come up. So y'all take a second to hit the like button because our likes are very low. Okay, you see 167. That means people still hitting the like button. Cool. Thank you, Love Passy. Love Passy. Oh man. I need about 200 people to just hit the like button real quick then. Come on. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Take a second. Everybody hit the like button. Come on. Everybody hit the like button. We at 273. There we go. Come on. Keep going. Hit the like button. No, we're not at 273. Okay, we at 180. Okay, thank you. So we at 180. Keep hitting the like button. Keep hitting the like button. Come on, y'all. Everybody keep hitting the like button. Keep hitting the like button. There we go. Stop saying what? What? Love Passy? I said Love Passy one time. It's her name, Love Passy. Like, what are you talking about? I can't say the girl's name. Her name is Love Passy. All right, everybody hit the like button, y'all.
the rapper had plans to leave Puffy and sue for all rights to the publishing of his songs. Combs told Biggie's lawyers, "I will never give it up until I'm dead and my bones are crushed into powder." Sources also claim when Rolling Stone approached Diddy about a magazine cover opportunity for Biggie a few months after his death, Diddy responded, "No, he's dead. I'm putting out his upcoming album, No Way Out, in July. I need to be on the cover of Rolling Stone." This report details many allegations of abuse and misconduct against Diddy, and several women allege that he has either tried or has successfully abused them and filmed the encounters as trophies to show to other people. Law enforcement
law enforcement has all these videos of him doing all these terrible things to people. And this goes farther when I say he's the most evil, diabolical black person that ever lived. He films this stuff. So it's not enough that you do these terrible things to men and women, but when you get an opportunity, you film it?
Helped lock up R. Kelly have told the outlet that witnesses have agreed to cooperate. Could this be some of the videos they may have found in Diddy's house? It seems like there's a lot more behind all of these allegations against him, and it seems like there's more to come. Let me know your thoughts.
Y'all, is Diddy finally about to be indicted? Well, before I show you the answer to that, let me talk about these couple of things first. Apparently, Rolling Stone magazine has spent the last 6 months investigating Diddy, going all the way back to his college days, speaking to over 50 people, men, women, people he went to college with, employees, people who were associated with him, and all of them detail and outline graphic violence from him dating all the way back to college. Another incident inside Bad Boy Records where he started to beat another woman and had to be pulled off of her. Another instance where somebody had to intervene when glass started shattering, and just so many other instances, including times where he had to be held back from trying to beat women. But here's the thing, he's not a...
That goes even farther. I want y'all to imagine this. It's one thing about a man, pow, 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 a woman, right? That's one thing. That's terrible. It's another thing about a man filming the whole thing. That's another thing. But then it goes farther. Imagine a man being on a woman so badly where other men have to pull Diddy off of her. That is a psychopath. Imagine somebody trying to pull you and you like, you come here, you bitch. And they got to pull you away from the woman. I personally have never, ever in my life, well, I've never seen a man, do anything crazy to a woman, but not even on TV have I ever seen a man going crazy on a woman and people pulling him off the woman. And he's fighting them to get back to the woman. Damn. This is worse than anybody's ever thought of.
Investigating Diddy, going all the way back to his college days, speaking to over 50 people, men, women, people he went
And this is when he was in college, he was this bad.
to college with, employees, people who were associated with him, and all of them detail and outline graphic violence from him dating all the way back to college. Another incident inside Bad Boy Records where he started to beat another woman and had to be pulled off of her. Another instance where somebody had to intervene when glass started shattering, and just so many other instances.
He threw a vase at Cassie, and that was on film.
Including times where he had to be held back from trying to beat women. But here's the thing, he's not untouchable. Because apparently federal investigators are preparing to bring Diddy accusers before a grand jury, signaling that the Department of Justice is very likely seeking an indictment against him. Now, at this point, no potential witnesses have been prepped, but they have been put on notice that they might be brought in front of a federal grand jury in New York City, specifically the Southern District Court of New York. So why is the Southern District so important? Well, for a couple reasons. One is they're the ones who helped orchestrate the bi-coastal raid on Diddy's home. But the other thing is that they hear major cases, and they have a 95%, actually over a 95% conviction rate. The last thing worth mentioning is that apparently investigators are taking their time with this because they want to make sure that this indictment is bulletproof.
More trouble.
What's up, Barbara?
For P. Diddy. So this is breaking news today, May 29, 2024. So a federal grand jury may soon hear from Sean Diddy Combs' accusers.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper discussions dating edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a
Candidate.
potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like,
Like they ain't gonna get
really
wore out. after you-
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
So what it's saying is the feds have reportedly obtained surveillance video of a male worker being
Another male blank worker being assaulted, y'all. Another male blank worker.
victimized by Diddy inside of his
Thank you, Gary. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
one of his homes. Now keep in mind this video footage is coming from that raid when they raided Diddy's home. Why he still has so much video footage, I don't know. But they did take over 200 recordings, video recordings from his home during that raid. So now Diddy is facing a possible indictment by the feds as they prepare to bring Puffy's accusers before a federal grand jury.
I would literally, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not going no damn New York, but I would love to be in the room during the Puffy case. I would love to actually go and sit in the courtroom while Diddy is on the stand. I would love to. I would do it. I would actually fly to New York and be in the room just to see what's going on, just to see Diddy's face, because like I don't despise many people, but I've always despised P. Diddy. P. Diddy has been in Atlanta plenty of times, and if I had the opportunity to, talk to him, I wouldn't talk to him because he's a disgusting human being. So I've been in the same room as Diddy, not at no parties, but I've been in the same room as Diddy, and I did not want to talk to him.
Like I'm with a W, like I'm a whore.
What if Summer comes to you as pretty as she is and says, "Mom, I want to be a city girl"?
She ain't gonna be no city girl.
Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
I want her raised totally different. Like I really want her to just be like, like level-headed, a schoolgirl. I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for my daughter.
Parenting 101. I have 2 daughters. You cannot turn around and tell your daughters to not do something when you're over here doing the thing.
I'm a whore.
That's not how it works. They're going to see what you do and mimic you. So when you run around saying,
I'm a whore,
she's going to say, "Mommy, I want to be a whore too."
I'm a whore.
You don't think your daughter has a problematic upbringing when her mom is
I'm a whore.
This is exactly why I talk shit about single motherhood.
I'm a whore.
Y'all are ruining these children. Where is this child's daddy?
I'm a whore.
A whore. Like I'm with a W. Like I'm a whore. Like I'm a whore.
That's why I with you too. You with the shit.
Keep in mind, there are a total of 7. Well, there's a total of 8 accusers at this time. We all know that more could come forward.
Hold on. I met him at a Swizz Beats party, and the way he looked at me gave me the creeps. Oh yeah, he well, I don't know if P. Diddy is into women, so he may be, but yeah, it looks like he was trying to get at you.
Later, but there is a total of 8 accusers, 7 of them sexual assault.
You think the feds haven't done everything you just said except the cameras?
Shout out to Love Passy. Just ordered my Deeper Discussions card game. Shout out to you and everybody. I got, let's see. I got 4 people that have bought my Deeper Discussions card game since we've been live. Let's get to 10 people. So let me get 6 more people to buy my Deeper Discussions card game. Shout out to Love Passy for just buying it. She just bought it. So shout out to you. So we got 4 people thus far. Let's get to 10 people. And because a lot of you have not bought the card game, because I know y'all faces, because when I see the orders, I send the orders out myself and I recognize names and stuff. So if you have not bought my Deeper Discussions card game, buy your card game. It's only $28. It's only $28. Let's get 6 more people to buy the game. It's a dating card game that will help you vet potential dating prospects. We're talking about P. Diddy, right? And P. Diddy was this type of person before he got the power. He was in, as y'all can see in these videos, P. Diddy was in college blanking on women. They had to hold him back from doing all these things. He pulled off his belt and started bow, 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 women, right? So that shows you it wasn't just because P. Diddy was rich. P. Diddy was a normal boy doing all these things. And why is this significant right now? Is because there's millions of other young men out here that are like P. Diddy. So don't think the only men that are out here doing these crazy things to women are rich people. No, P. Diddy was like this before he got rich, before he even got a job. He was in college, women. So how do you keep yourself from being in one of these abusive situations? By vetting the person and finding out what their upbringing looks like and their actual family pathology. Because sadly, just like P. Diddy, a lot of young men are abusive because the people around them was abusive and it was normal. His mom was doing the same thing as P. Diddy is now doing. So you got to find out what a man's relationship is with his mother. It's important to find out what a woman's relationship is with her mother, what a man's relationship is with his father, or what a woman's relationship is, or lack thereof, with their father. And that's what my Deeper Discussions card game does. I'm here to, I actually found a way to help you vet properly. So it's like having me on your shoulder. This card game is literally having me on your shoulder, like, nope. So just think about walking around, ooh, he's nice, or she's nice, ooh. And I'm right here on your shoulder, like, no, sis, he's trash. Or, nah, bro, she's trash. She's crazy. And then boom, think about what type of life you'll have when you're actually making better life decisions with a potential dating prospect with me on your shoulder. And that's the most important thing we have to pay attention to. Our own discernment is literally just going to want what we want. But when you buy my dating card game, your life is exponentially better because it will rear you back. Because a lot of times we start dating somebody and we get emotionally attached to them once we start getting around them or having sex with them. Next thing you know, you don't want to pull away. You might see red flags, but you don't want to pull away because you like the person. My dating card game is meant for you to play with somebody before you even start liking them. Or if you like them, at least play it with them so you can have more information, because the person may be just like a young P. Diddy. P. Diddy was like this before he was P. Diddy. This is important, y'all. All right, we got 2 more people to buy the card game. Shout out to y'all. So now we need 4 more people to buy the card game. 4 more people. So the 4 more people watching, buy the Deep Discussions card game. The link is right around here. The link is under this video. The link is in the chat. We need 4 more people to buy my Deep Discussions card game. I'm just here to help my community, y'all, and keep y'all from dealing with men like P. Diddy, because there's millions of other men like him.
If those cameras have been seized off a yacht or at his locations where he lives, his domiciles, we don't know that yet. But everything you just talked about, I guarantee you the feds have done. I would not be surprised if they haven't been wiretapping him.
I'd be the angel Tracy Hale, not a devil. No, I'm sitting here. I'm helping you. I'm trying to be like, nah, he ain't the one, or she ain't the one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the devil.
I mean, they go all the way, Crispin, as you well know from your prior investigations. And I'm telling you, they would not have made a public raid, a simultaneous raid with assault weapons if they were not ready on their indictment. Those raids were used to support the indictment they've already drawn up. And when I say drawn up, it's because a person, writes out the indictment. They may then later type it. But you write out the charges you think you can prove, and then you support it with the evidence. I guarantee you they've got the indictment ready to go. They're either waiting on a vote, or they've already had a grand jury vote, and they're waiting to go public. That's what I think is happening. Now, what is the fallout? How is Combs behaving? Because a jury can take into account what occurred before, during, and after. To Dr. John Delatorre joining me, a psychologist, mediator, specializing in forensic psychology, a witch hunt. You know, that's what always happens. When you have the crap coming at you, what do? You put it in a ball and you throw it back like a snowball at whoever threw it to start with. That's what's happening here. Witch hunt, it's like focus off all the evidence and focus on me. I'm being persecuted. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's 100% what that is. And that's part of being, that's part of the motif, right? The thematic elements that it means to be an abuser. It's making the other person, the victims or whoever it is that's coming after you, making them the villains, because in your mind, you haven't done anything wrong. Now, we don't know how he is actually responding when there aren't cameras around. I'm pretty sure he's furious and contacting his attorney about getting this thing fixed, because in his mind, he's been able to get away with this for so long.
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows that's been the case. Everybody has stories about some aspect of the quote-unquote casting.
Are friends with Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Who's a fellow nominee. What does a boys' night out look like?
There's a few cocktails.
A few years ago, Hollywood heavyweight Tom Hanks weighed in on
what made his white corporate fed homeboys turn on him is because I'll tell you in a second. After this, I'm going to show you exactly what happened.
On the sexual abuse scandal, currently ripping through the film industry, explaining that the raft of allegations against prominent men in the entertainment business does not surprise him. But it turns out the megastar has a role in all of these and is allegedly connected to Diddy's crimes. According to The Hollywood Reporter, in 2017, the then 61-year-old actor said that he was not surprised by Hollywood's sexual harassment scandal, as he believes that P-daters are absolutely everywhere within the entertainment industry.
Like very specific knowledge of what was going on, that they'll have to answer questions about, how complicit were they.
The Bridge of Spies star said, "There are a lot of reasons people do this for a living. Making a movie is a life experience that can create an awful lot of joy. You can meet the person you fall in love with, you can laugh your heads off. That's the good stuff." But despite all the good, Hanks noted that there is also a dark side to the film industry that cannot be ignored. Bad stuff can happen in a movie as well. There are some people who go into this business because they get off on having power, and the times they feel the most powerful, which is why they went into the business, are when they are hitting on somebody who's underneath them. And I don't necessarily mean completely sexually. There are P-daters absolutely everywhere, noted Hanks.
And that's the part that is most disturbing. You want to know why these people actually do all these heinous things? Is simply because of power. When you you have power and you're old, right? A lot of these white men are 50 and 60, right? And you're around all these young women and all these young men, and you're 50 and 60 and you've had your way with all these women. You apparently, I don't know, because I would never do that, but apparently you just get bored with women and then you start liking dudes or something. I don't know how that works. And now your 50, 60-year-old ass, you got all this power and you got all these young men coming up to you saying, "Hey, I want an opportunity to get a deal or whatever," right? And you got all this power. You have this person's entire life, their entire life you have in their hand. Like Usher's entire life changed. Like all these people's entire lives changed. P. Diddy's entire life changed. Like all these men are millionaires and billionaires, all because some white man gave them an opportunity, right? So as an old white man that you have the ability to change some young man's entire life, and they'll be indebted to you for the next 20 years, right? No matter what you do. So it's like, well, what you going to do for me? And then the thing about it is women, yeah, they're going to give it up anyway because they give it up for free. So why wouldn't they give it up to the old white man? But that's not where the power is, because she don't gave her ass up to plenty men that were pookies or whatever, right? So the power actually comes from them getting taking advantage of a male and not a female. Does this make sense? So say I'm a big executive and I'm changing all these people's lives. I have access to all of this opportunity, right? Women give me their asses up, give me head, whatever, like it's nothing, because they're women, right? So it turns into like, that's not enough power. Every woman is going to give me some ass because they're women. They like men. So it's like, it's not, what is the word? It's not invigorating for these old white men to take advantage of the women because they're okay with it. So the power comes into a young man that isn't into dudes, but has to make a life decision. And they're sitting here like, okay, I can end up having Usher's life, right? Imagine you being just normal person that just whatever you do, you work, go home, right? And then this old white man says, if you do whatever, you can have Usher's life, or you can have, forget about the women, because like I said, y'all can, y'all are naturally going to have sex with a person because y'all are women. But a heterosexual man, you can wake up tomorrow and have Usher's life, Usher's money, Usher's notoriety. You can have all the women you want as a guy, but you got to first give up your ass to this old white man. That is where the power comes from. You ever heard of lesbians? They be like, they want to turn a woman out. Y'all ever heard of that? There are lesbians who actually want to turn women out. Why don't they just get with another lesbian? Because in some type of way, it's not invigorating or something. I don't know the proper word for it because I don't know. But there's this need for power, and power comes from influence. So it's like, to influence a heterosexual person to do a gay act is power. You know what I'm saying? So this is the reason why a lot of these young men who want to be actors go into the world and they got to give up their ass in order to get an opportunity to be in Avengers or some big movie, Ocean's 12 or something. Imagine if you get an opportunity to be in the next Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's whatever, and you're hanging out with Sean Connery and all these people that you grew up watching and stuff, and you're acting right along with them, and you can get millions of dollars in opportunities and stuff. But the first thing you had to do is give your ass up to a white man. You want to get the money, you get to hang out and act right alongside with people that you grew up watching. A lot of men will do it. So it's the giving up your heterosexual life for, giving up your natural biological being for this opportunity. So altogether, it's this need for power. So that's kind of like what Tom Hanks was saying right here at the end. And I'm gonna answer your question in a minute, the fifth house.
Has a role in all of these and is allegedly connected to Diddy's crimes. According to The Hollywood Reporter, in 2017, the then 61-year-old actor said that he was not surprised by Hollywood's sexual harassment scandal, as he believes that P-daters are absolutely everywhere within the entertainment industry.
Like very specific knowledge of what was going on, that they'll have to answer questions about, how complicit were they.
The Bridge of Spies star said, "There are a lot of reasons people do this for a living. Making a movie is a life experience that can create an awful lot of joy. You can meet the person you fall in love with, you can laugh your heads off."
Thank you, Marla. I appreciate you, Marla. Appreciate you. Welcome to the channel.
That's the good stuff. But despite all the good, Hanks noted
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody make sure to hit the like button.
that there is also a dark side to the film industry that cannot be ignored. Bad stuff can happen in a movie as well. There are some people who go into this business because they get off on having power, and the times they feel the most powerful, which is why they went into the business, are when they are hitting on somebody who's underneath them. And I don't necessarily mean completely S-Yuli. There are P-daters absolutely everywhere, noted Hank.
All right, so this is the answer to your question
Cameras.
right here.
Speaking of, the thing that I find interesting about the Diddy situation is not just that the cameras was found in his home. It's the events that led up to. Diddy claimed that this liquor company was discriminating against him, and then shortly thereafter, Cassie filed this lawsuit, which forced Diddy to drop his lawsuit, only for him to pay Cassie off, and then Little Rod slap him with his lawsuit, right? Little Rod claimed that Lucian Grange was aiding and abetting Diddy, only for Lucian Grange to be dropped from the lawsuit 4 to 6 days prior to the Cassie tape drop. You following me? Mind you, there is a lawsuit that was dismissed in 2020 that named Lucian Grange in a trafficking case. So he ain't new to this, he true to this, in my opinion. And allegedly, this isn't me taking up for Diddy, but I find it awfully strange. You were in this lawsuit, you dropped the lawsuit, then Cassie come out, then Little Rod. Now we have 7 victims that's filing claims against Diddy. But have y'all ever thought, like, who was on these tapes? Because I'm hearing and I read that he may have had these cameras in his home as insurance. Insurance again.
A grand jury has been called in for.
Okay, so I have some.
So does that answer your question? The answer to the question is the white folks that he was working with his liquor, with their liquor company. He started feeling like he was being treated wrongly, so he sued them. And when he sued them, literally all hell broke loose when he filed that lawsuit, because they're gonna let you know. Here it is right here. Here it is right here.
Well over 30 years.
All right, so let's see.
Yet to be arrested. Why isn't any streaming services taking Harvey Weinstein shit down? I love 50.
Yeah.
Bentley.
It was no. They found I had to send my
Bentley.
and I just need the same 24 hours as y'all giving everybody else in your portfolio.
He's talking to the liquor company right here, not the audience.
And I couldn't get that. I had to send my people down to Mexico. They went down to Mexico, and when they got down there, they found out that there was 0 agave planted for Deleon. So there was no plan for us to be successful. There was no equal treatment.
Think about it. He's running around telling everybody that this liquor brand is screwing P. Diddy over. And at this particular point, everybody loves P. Diddy. So what they had to do was demonize P. Diddy, because he was demonizing Avaggio, whoever the hell these damn people name is. What's the damn name?
Planted for Deleon. So
yeah, Deleon. So because this was Invest Fest, and it was over 10,000 people attending at Invest Fest, right? So he's running around demonizing Deleon as a company, right? The buyers of the liquor is standing right in front of him, and he kept running around doing that. And then he started a lawsuit.
There was no plan for us to be successful. It was no equal treatment. The other brands, they had Agave Planet. They had no Agave Planet for me. And sometimes you have to go check even your partners to see what's really going on. And so when I saw that, I was like, nah, I'm going to fight because it's bigger than me. It's about not just me, it's about we, it's about all of us. So I chose my perfect.
All right, y'all, we need one more person, just one more person to get the 10-card game sold. We just need one more person to buy my Deeper Discussions card game, and we'll make the quota. I promise you, you won't regret it. It will be the best $28 that you ever spent. I promise you. Name something else that's $28 that can actually help you with your entire dating life. Whether you're in a relationship or whether you're single, this is the card game for you. You can open this card game up and play this with your friends. It's not even all about dating. It's about understanding a person's pathology, and their pathology, that's your path where you came from as a child, your childhood trauma, your childhood memories. Bring up all these things to the person that you're dating, and you'll get a better insight on how they grew up. Because like I said with P. Diddy, some of these people grew up surrounded by abuse, surrounded by chaos. And that's what they're accustomed to. And do you want to end up being with a woman or a man that's been surrounded by chaos and abuse all their young lives? Some of the people you date, they were adopted or something, and you don't even know. And it's nothing wrong with somebody that's been adopted, but you need to know what their experiences were when they were little. And if you don't find out what these people's experiences were, you're going to be their experience, or you're going to experience them in a horrific, negative manner, because this card game, you did not allow to sit on your shoulder to help you discern what type of man or woman that is in front of you. There's 80 cards in this card game. So that means you can play this 80 card game 6-7 times and not even get through all the questions. And it's only $28. Hit a like button and buy my Deeper Discussions card game. The link is right around here, and the link is under this video. And of course, the link is in the chat also. I am telling everybody about your amazing card game. Shout out to Sandra. Yes, Mr. Let Go. I am telling everybody about your amazing card game. Shout out to you. Shout out to Sandra. See what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily have to tell y'all how good my Deeper Discussions card game is. The people in the chat that have already bought it can tell you. Half of the people that are watching this stream has already bought my Deeper Discussions card game. Half of the people that are watching already bought my Deeper Discussions card game, and they love it. So if it was trash, or if I'm a scammer or whatever, they'll tell you, because they already bought it. So buy it right now.
I chose my purpose over profit, and that's the whole DeLeon situation.
Diddy's former bodyguard tonight alleging that Diddy was working for the FBI as a confidential informant.
People don't realize this, brother. First and foremost, Puff has been dodging.
Thank you so much, Success Maker 7. I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
The legal system for years. Puff being, and this is documented, Puff being a CI for an FBI agent. They was taking some papers up to the FBI, so like when they was here in New York.
So Tracy Hale says, but my mom was abusive, but I am completely different and raised my kids very well. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that, Tracy. But it's important for a person that is dating you to know that, because regardless of what you think about yourself, that abuse did in some type of way have an adverse effect on how you deal with conflict. Because think about this. dealing with an abusive parent, they gaslight you. They make you feel bad about yourself. And then when you turn around and call them on whatever they did, they start acting like a victim, like P. Diddy. Oh my God, why are you talking to me like this? I didn't mean to hit you or whatever, right? So all those things have wired your brain in a certain way, right? Whether you're a man or a woman. And if the other person that is dating you isn't privy to what you actually been through, they can, one, get hurt by you, or two, turn around and view you in a way where they think you crazy and you're not crazy, you know, because you have adverse responses. You have trauma responses now. You know what I'm saying? So your trauma responses have to be understood, because somebody's going to be like, man, you're too emotional. Man, I ain't got time for this. What is wrong with you? And the other person can make you feel bad about how you're responding in a certain type of way. Why? Because they don't know that you had an abusive mom. So playing my card game, man or woman, would help you understand how your abusive mom, abusive dad, or whoever affected you, and y'all can have a great conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? Because these things have to be talked about. So you can easily say, hey, I turned out okay. That's cool. But how you show up in the world is not the same as somebody who did not have an abusive mom shows up in the world. Because it may simply be, you may be a great person, but you may respond to things adversely. Say we get into an argument, you might be like, you know what, I can't deal with this, and walk out. And I'm like, where you going? Because you might not be able to deal with conflict because of the abuse that you dealt with. Or we might be like, yo, I got something to say, Tracy, because da-da-da-da. You might be like, who? What? Let me tell you something. You don't, you don't. And I'm like, yo, chill. What's wrong with you? Because you had an abusive mom. Because we, to a certain degree, mirror our parents. And it's not the abusive part that we mirror, is the how do I get this person to like me part. It's the people pleasing part. Because when you're dealing with an abuser, whether it's a man, woman, or whoever, you find ways to placate to that abuser so they won't abuse you. So you may have certain people pleasing issues that you may not be aware of. But my Deeper Discussions card game will help you and the other person understand the full you. See? Tracy says, yes, I'm a people pleaser. Because, you know, like I talked about before, when a person has dealt with being abused, they have to now appease people as a habit, because it puts them in a mindset of, when I appeased my mom, she didn't abuse me. When I appeased my mom, when I placated to my mom, when I put my feelings and my needs on the back burner, I didn't get abused. So next thing you know, you go out in the world as an adult feeling the same need to do the same thing. I'm going to put my needs, my wants on a back burner to appease this person, even though this person isn't abusive. And it turns into just a lifelong habit. And now you're a doormat or something like that. And you're like, why do I keep picking these type of men? Or why I keep picking these type of women? It's all because of your, yes, it's overcompensating. Exactly. The fifth house. So my Deeper Discussions card game will make you more aware of your decisions, make you more aware of the type of people that you date, make you more aware of the type of people that you run away from. Because we all run away from certain type of people. We see a person like, you're not my type. Nope. But I like you. But yeah, I don't like you because of some underlying reason. You give the wrong vibes. The type of vibes that you get with a possible good man or a good woman, and be like, I don't know what it is. I can't deal with you. But they might be the perfect person for you, and you don't know what the vibes are telling you. You're just like, I can't deal with that person. This card game will help you understand what type of vibes you're like not wanting in your life or wanting in your life. You could be overcompensating for something. So yeah. And back this up a little bit.
The whole DeLeon situation.
Diddy's former bodyguard tonight alleging that Diddy was working for the FBI as a confidential informant.
People don't realize this, brother. First and foremost, Puff has been dodging the legal system for years. Puff being, and this is documented, Puff being a CI for an FBI agent. They was taking some papers up to the FBI, stuff like when they was here in New York. They was taking paperwork up there and stuff like that. Don't know what it was, but later on found out that he was a CI.
Now, Primetime can't confirm this, but if Diddy was an FBI informant, it explains why he was giving a pass to wreak havoc, according to his producer's lawsuit. What Diddy wanted, Diddy got.
I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
All while he was cozying up to Hollywood figures like Harvey Weinstein and becoming a major voice in the Democratic Party with his vote or die campaigns for Kerry, Barack, Hillary, Biden, getting souls to the polls. For 2 decades, Diddy thought he was untouchable. But now he's had his house raided, tapes confiscated, and the feds are zeroing in on his flight records. Diddy's world's crumbling.
Hey, yo, right now, though, for real, yo, I need to know who fucks with me, you know? Like, just straight up, like I don't have the time. You know, if you fuck with me, let it be known. Because I'm going to this next era, and I'm lining up all the allies. If you fuck with me, let it be known. If you don't fuck with me, be quiet, and I will take your silence as you don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's all love. But if you fuck with me, let it be known, because big thing.
Are you gay? How you gonna ask me a question like that?
Like I'm with a W, like I'm a whore.
What if Summer comes to you as pretty as she is and says, Mom, I want to be a city girl?
She ain't gonna be no city girl.
Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
I want her raised totally different. Like I really want her to just be like, like level-headed, a schoolgirl. I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for my daughter.
Parenting 101. I have 2 daughters. You cannot turn around and tell your daughters to not do something when you're over here doing the thing.
I'm a whore.
That's not how it works.
Do that. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. 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 When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up. I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. I was fucked up.
Hopefully, I won't get copyright strike with that last part.
Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. Fucked up. did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. Fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. Fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up. I was fucked up.
I've been to a couple Diddy parties. Now, I'm risking a lot by saying this because I know as soon as I say that, all the assumptions are gonna come in and if I don't say even.
Yes, I think if they don't get him into custody, he's going to delete himself, because altogether he's been this terrible person all his life. I can't imagine him going to prison and just, I don't know. Here's another thought. Diddy likes man booty. And in prison, there's a utopia of man booty. So he may not have a problem with going to prison because there's a utopia of man booty. Men walking around everywhere. So yeah, and they all get to take showers together and stuff. So yeah, I think P. Diddy may not, just thinking about it, he may be excited to go to jail. It may literally, like if P. Diddy goes to prison, he can literally have a Diddy party every damn night. Booty, 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 booty everywhere. So shit, I'm just saying, it's a possibility that Diddy would have a great time in prison.
Watch this.
I've been to a couple Diddy parties. Now, I'm risking a lot by saying this because I know as soon as I say that, all the assumptions are gonna come in and if I don't say evil things were taking place, then I'm covering for them. And if I do say evil things were taking place, then I'm one of them ones like, yeah, Lecrae, expose it.
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been to lots of parties. I've been to Jamie Foxx. I've been with Snoop, T.I. Like, I've been to lots of places. Here's what I'll say. There are people who will test you. There are people who will see how far your limits are. And if you're willing to take a step, then they'll take two. I, in my personal experience, never saw anything where someone was like, you can't move any further unless you do X, Y, or Z. But what I did see was, if you do X, Y, or Z, well, keep coming, because and that's how we all are. It's Psalm 1, right? It says, blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, who does not stand in the way of sinners, who does not sit in the seat of mockers. You start walking, they gonna walk with you, and now you find yourself standing. They like, oh, you stand? Well, if you stand, come sit. Now, next thing you know, you're sitting
on somebody's penis.
It was
pause.
Never a situation where I felt forced to sit. It was a situations where I was asked, do you stand? Do you stand? And I'm like, I don't stand. Oh, okay, cool. And then I was left alone. Do you stand?
Nah, bro, I ain't a fruitcake. What I done told you already. Like what?
Whoa. Why did he start stuttering when he said I ain't a fruitcake? Like, hold on, listen to this. He's nah, bro, I ain't no fruitcake. What was that?
Yeah.
What's going on, Mike?
Salute, my friend. Salute. How are you?
I'm good. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
This is some crazy stuff, bro. Yo, this is wild. I was just on a panel with Jaguar White earlier today. Yo, dude, it was crazy, bro. It was like the stuff coming out, but the biggest problem is this. This is and I want your perspective on this. I want your
Mm-hmm.
perspective. You know, being former law enforcement and stuff like that, I can read people. I can kind of tell when someone's lying and when someone's telling the truth.
Hold on, wait. Hold on.
Mhm.
Can you tell if he's lying to tell the truth? Watch this. You're the perfect person. I want to see this. Watch this.
Nah, bro, I ain't a fruitcake. I done told you already.
Was he lying?
Okay, so him saying I'm not a fruitcake,
And
basically.
then hold on, look.
Do you stand? And I'm like, I don't stand.
Watch
Oh,
this.
okay, cool. And then I was left alone.
That boy, yo, that man is fruity, man. That man.
Nah, bro, I ain't a fruitcake. I done told you already.
He said, nah, Brian, no fruit cut.
Yeah,
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, brother. That man is fruity. That man is fruity as hell. And I'm telling you, man, like when you talk to anybody, you interrogate anybody, or talk to somebody, when they start to stutter or they start to repeat their words, they're usually their mind is trying to figure out what's the next lie to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, he like I said, God bless him. I'm not wishing any bad about the young man, but it just excuse me, sorry, bro. I just ate. But it just seems like he's running. You like running? You ever heard the term "running scared"? Where you're starting to back up your word. You're trying to because if you talk to me, my tone will be the same. My story will be the same, and I'm not upset. I'm not elevated. I'm not getting nervous because the truth is the truth. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody listening, the truth always comes out.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So, do you know anything about NLP?
A little bit, but enlighten me. I'm not too much into it.
Okay, NLP is neuro linguistic programming, and it taught me to understand eye movement also. So it's not just how somebody talks or whatever, is eye movement. So if I'm talking to you and you say, "Hey, did you do it?" and I'll be like, most likely I'm lying, right? Or either you're like, "Hey, did you do it?" I'm going like that. My eyes are going left or right. With our eyes, we actually access parts of our brains. So certain areas of our brains to our eyes is left, right, up, and down, right? Even though our brain is up here, right? So when you're trying to access your memory, most likely you're going to look up. I'm sorry, your imagination is up. I'm sorry. When you're accessing your memory is either left or right. So, for example, say I am like, I'm never looking at you because I'm like this. I'm looking this way or that way when I'm trying to remember something. So left and right is accessing your memory. When you're looking up, you're accessing your imagination. So it's kind of like when a woman says, "Well, I just feel like," anytime you ever see a woman say, "I just feel like," she's always going to look up. Always. Because a woman, when she says, "I just feel like," she's accessing, gaining access to her imaginations. So she's about to say some stupid girl bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But that's what neuralistic programming is. Go ahead.
And what you're documenting right now is extremely important for people to learn, because what you just said is 100% correct. People will give themselves away by their gestures. Now, remember back in the day, it was always, if you got interrogated by the cops, they'd watch your hands, right? They'd watch if your hands are moving and stuff like that. And people have learned to relax their hands. They'll put their hands together, but their eye movements, the way that they blink and the way that they move. So it's basically you're giving yourself away. But the really good criminals, the really good ones, are able to slow their heart rate. They're able to just relax.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't got nothing on you. But the thing is that in interrogations, you give yourself away by your movements. So what you're saying, sir, is very true. It's your eye movements, it's your hand movements, it's the way that you move your head, it's your erratic speech. I think speech patterns are the most interesting because if you learn how to decipher speech patterns, they start they start stuttering, they start going crazy because their brain is not catching up with their lie. Does that make
Yes,
sense?
yes, yes. Let me show y'all an example of the I feel like syndrome right here.
What do you want to be? I don't really know if I necessarily want to get married. You want to have kids? I do want to have kids, but I'm not sure if I want to get married.
So women love to say, let me see. I think she does it in this video.
Get married, so that means that you're planning to already bring this child into and have a deficit in their life, right? If I find the right person, we could get married. But do you have to find the right person to have the baby? But do you have to find the right person to have the baby? I do think I have to find the right person to have a kid, but I also feel like I'm in a position where I'm doing things for my own, so I would completely be okay with having to take on their responsibility.
So this is exactly what's going on in our communities. Women are purposely having put enough and suited to raise mother was a single mother because it becomes a curse.
I feel like,
all right, here it goes right here. I was looking for it. So watch how she starts scratching her head and looking up, y'all. Everybody watch. Watch this.
I don't think that's okay.
So y'all see that? She starts scratching her head and looking up. Hold on, let's do it.
Generational curse.
I don't think that's okay.
So that was just an example. She started going like this because
And another thing, it's called self-soothing. If you know,
oh, when somebody says, can you speak a little louder? They're saying they can't hear you.
I'm in my mic low. Is my mic low?
Yeah, they're saying your mic low. That's what I can hear you fine, but they're saying
I'm all the way to the top. All the way.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I can hear you fine, but go ahead.
Yeah, but there's self-soothing. In other words, people will rub their ears or people will scratch their head.
Yeah.
When you look up, you're looking for the next lie. The next answer. Because man to man, if me and you were talking, like let's just say me and you were anywhere and we're talking, right? And we're trying to figure something out. I'm gonna look you in your face. You're gonna look me in my face. And we're men, we're gonna talk. And not men or women, just like we're gonna talk each other as equals. But when you look up, you're diverting, from the reality of what's going on.
That's the word. You're accessing your imagination, where you're taking yourself out of your own reality, because especially with women, men do it too, but especially with women, I call it, women access their emotional treehouse. So whenever they feel uncomfortable, they actually go outside of their body and go into what I call their emotional treehouse. You know how if a kid is going through a whole lot of stuff, say their parents are arguing, and say the kid has a treehouse, they go into their treehouse to be alone because it's safe. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I totally agree.
No doubt. And this is what sucks. This is what sucks about the whole situation. So women want, and I love women. Without a woman, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't even be on this planet.
Without a man, we wouldn't be here. We come from a man's sperm, not because of a woman. A man, without a man, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but they birthed us. But what I'm trying to say is that women try to get a pass on everything that they do. But if a woman wants to be, equal to a man, they got to answer for their stuff. They got to answer for it.
She can never be equal to a man.
Yeah,
I don't care what the hell she does. She can fly. She can learn how to fly like Superman and still not be equal to a man. But
what I'm trying to say is that if a woman wants to be equal, she's got to answer for her crimes. You know what I'm saying? Her BS. But a lot of women get that pass. They get, oh, no, it's a woman. Don't mess with her. It's a woman. No, we're all equal. We're all equal on the same plane.
I disagree. We can have two different ways of saying things, but there in no way in hell is a woman equal. We are not all equal.
Now, I mean in accountability.
No, women aren't equal in accountability. Like, I'm sorry, just me. This is just me. Women do not have to be as accountable as men because they're women. Women are the children of our society. Women and children first. You know, if the boat is going down, the women and the children go first, right? They're treated like children. So women are children. So, you know, it sounds good. I'm not totally going against you, but just the way life is, women are tall children. They do not have the same accountability, the same rights, the same equalness as men. No, we take care of women just like we take care of children.
And that's why this is great to talk about this, because we're actually educating ourselves and we're
Mhm.
educating others. So
Yeah.
like I'm learning from you completely. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's no like fighting. People need to have these conversations. They need to learn from each other, you know. And
Mhm.
that's, I think, the biggest problem on these YouTube streets is that people don't have a civil conversation.
Yes. Totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah. And this ain't putting women down. This is really telling women that y'all can do all kinds of dumb shit and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. So, like, have fun doing stupid shit, you know, because you're never gonna go to jail for slapping somebody. You whatever you do, like, there's about 3 different celebrities. Brandy is one of them. And I think Kim Kardashian is another one. They literally killed people in their cars and they never went to jail. They're women. All they gonna do is, oh my God, I'm sorry, I was on my period. But it's okay. They don't need to go to prison. They're women. Why are we gonna put a woman in prison for what?
Yeah.
It's not like she gonna go kill somebody else with a car.
Yeah.
Women just do stupid shit because they're women.
They get a pass. They always get a pass.
They're
They
women.
always get a pass.
But that's why I'm saying they're not equal. Like if a dude does something with his car, with his whatever, he going to prison. But it's plenty of women that are have literally committed the M word, well, murder, I'll just say it, and they ain't going to prison because they're women. Like they don't supposed to. I don't want to put a woman in prison for, because she's a woman. Like just take a car from her. Take her license from her. Don't put her in jail. She's a fucking woman. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So it's a
I
luxury.
completely understand. It's like they get a pass just because they have
Titties.
you know what? You know,
They have
a
titties.
nice- No, a woman and a man should be judged separate. I mean, exactly the same. But you're right. A lot of women will get off on doing crimes that a man would get 20 years for.
Right.
No doubt.
And there's nothing wrong with that because the propensity of her doing it again is low because women don't intentionally do stuff. They just don't have enough sense to not do something. They just,
Now, do you think
you
it's
know,
because a woman gets very emotional? Like they have emotions that are so high that sometimes they act irrationally, like they just flip
no,
out.
because men are more emotional than women. Therefore, because who commits the most murders, men or women? Men.
Men.
So it's because we're emotional. So men are more emotional than women. But the difference is women are more women have the understanding that they are women. It might sound crazy. Women know that they can do anything they want to do and get away with it. Therefore, they do it. They don't do it out of anger. They do it out of stupidity. And they're like, oops, I can't believe I did that. Oh, and then they just run off and nobody says anything. And they're happy to be able to have that luxury to run off and say, I didn't know. What did I do? Women get off on tickets. You know, they're women. So women have the luxury of not being equal to men because they can get away with doing stupid shit. And shout out to the women for doing stupid shit.
The craziest thing is when you see the women, they'll play the card of oh I didn't know. Like you just
I'm
said,
a victim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh my God. Because all women got to do is do what? All they got to do is start doing what, Mike?
Start showing them boobies.
No. Start crying.
Yeah.
Start crying.
Oh
my God.
Happens. And I'll tell you, everybody listening, this is what happens. So you have an officer, right, that comes up and you pull over a woman and she starts crying and you start thinking about your sister. You start thinking about your mother. You start thinking
Yes.
about the women
Your
that you love,
daughter. Yeah.
and you start your daughter, and you start to sympathize
Hmm.
with this animal that just committed a crime.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's what happens because men always cower to women,
Yeah.
and we shouldn't cower. We should hold them accountable. But
Why?
a lot of men have been trained and have been manipulated into being subservient to women.
But why hold them? Look, I just want you to think about this. If a woman shoots somebody, right?
Mhm.
If you let her go, do you think she'll shoot somebody again?
Yes, that's predatory behavior. If someone is going to do that
Women
act,
don't shoot people. So if she
but
shot somebody,
yeah,
it's some stupid reason, but the possibility of her doing it again, women are okay. Women aren't violent. They just don't have a lot of sense when they're upset. So let me explain. Let me just break it down.
sure.
There's two particular parts of your brain: prefrontal cortex and your amygdala. Okay.
Mhm.
So your prefrontal cortex literally goes offline when you get triggered. Women get triggered because they're smaller and daintier than other people, right? You know, men. So everything triggers them. Everything scares them. Everything makes them feel uncomfortable. Everything makes them feel offended, right? Oh, I never, right? Men don't get offended by stuff, right? So because of this, she stays in a consistent loop of amygdala based issues versus prefrontal cortex based issues. Like I said, your prefrontal cortex goes offline when you feel scared, when you feel triggered, when you feel offended. And women are scared, triggered, and offended literally all day long, right? So that means throughout her entire day, she's operating with her prefrontal cortex shut off. Prefrontal cortex, logic, understanding, being rational. So women are irrational literally all day long. She gets a call. What? Oh my God. She empathizes is so deeply with other people's issues where she gets triggered from somebody else doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? She gets triggered when she looks at TV because they're wired to empathize with everybody around them. So they're always amygdala based and not prefrontal cortex based. And that's the reason why when a woman gets all upset, you can't talk to her because she's like, what are you talking about? Oh my God. Because her amygdala has literally took over her brain. And her amygdala takes over her brain literally like 16 hours out of the day. And that's
You're right.
when I say women don't have a lot of sense. I don't mean they're stupid. I mean they don't have their sense working because it's their prefrontal cortex, which is where your sense is. So if your sense is up here and it's cut off, you don't have sense throughout the entire day, is what I'm saying. But go ahead.
No, you're right. No, right, and you're exactly right. Basically, women have a different way of interpreting, what's going on, and
The
they're more.
interpretation, yes, and the comprehension. They don't comprehend correctly and they don't interpret it correctly.
And there's a reason why women are never in combat. And I'm not trying to flip it up, but
Right.
combat, is a completely different way of thinking. In other
Mhm.
words, you are thinking completely different. You're not
Yeah.
thinking compassion. You're thinking about the K word.
Mhm.
Women, I don't think have that ability
The
to go
ability.
into that that zone,
Mhm.
the 30-yard stare. Like
Mhm.
men are the warriors. Men are the
Yeah.
warriors. And women are the nurturers.
Mhm.
And without them, we can't survive. Without us, they can't survive.
Mhm.
But for a woman to think that they're on the same level as a man when it comes to aggression,
Anything.
combat, or fighting, it's not
Anything.
fair. It's not
Right.
fair. A man is a man. And there's some big ass bitches. I mean, I've seen some big women, but like
Do you realize
they,
that the big women are usually more masculine?
yeah. But the thing is that
They're more
mentally,
logical also.
here, but mentally, we're different. Men and
Mhm.
women are. This is how God created us. Anybody
Mhm.
listening? It's not saying anyone's worse than the other or inferior. It's just that they can't do what we do, and we can't do what they do. So
Mhm.
we have different roles. But for a woman to try to say that they're just as good as a man in combat or anything like that, it's not true. It's just not true. And
Do
now
you
you
know
got
the
this.
one? Do you know the one sport that women are better at than men?
Hmm, I would probably say shit
That men do.
that men do. It might be swimming. It might be swimming, but I'm not sure. You tell me.
Horseback riding.
Oh yeah, yeah. Equestrians.
Professional horseback riding.
Yeah, equestrians. Yep.
Because a woman can become one with the horse better. One, she's lighter, and
Yes.
two, she's more empathetic with the horse and loving towards the horse when she's not on the horse. So her and the horse have more of a bond where they become one when she's on the horse versus a man isn't loving to the horse and he just gets on a horse and the horse is like, all right, I got a job to do. Now with the and then animals are more loving towards women, period. You know what I'm saying? So a woman can be more one with a horse versus a man being one with a horse when they're horseback riding. Yeah.
And that's great, and that's a great point because horses are very empathetic. In other words,
Mhm.
horses. I think a horse feels your energy, and
Yeah.
I told you this before in the past.
Because the
Everything in
only
life,
animal that we ride.
yeah, everything in life's about energy, and I think women
Yes.
have a softer energy. So the
Hmm.
horse doesn't see this person as a threat. But you're right.
Right.
If you come to an animal, with a stronger energy than the animal has, then they're
Hmm.
going to be apprehensive to let you on,
Right.
to let you to work there. Yeah.
Or they'll
So
feel like it's a certain amount of enslavement or servitude to the human
that's it.
versus togetherness with the woman. Yeah.
Horses are beautiful, man. But I mean, have you ever seen not to change subjects, but if you ever research it, there's the horse the King's Guard. It's in England. They have the horses with the troopers on them, and you can see people trying to mess with the horses. And yeah, it's cool. It's called the King's Guard. But it's
Mm.
the British soldiers on the horses in front of the castle. But
Okay.
a horse is a beautiful animal, but a
Yeah.
horse, I believe a horse can read your energy. I
Yeah, I
believe a
agree.
horse. Yeah, I really
All
do.
right, so let's get closer to the Diddy people. People like, why y'all talk about horses? We talk about
Oh no, it's good. It's good. It's good
it's
to
okay,
switch
it's
it up.
okay.
It's good to talk about
Yeah,
all
yeah,
kinds
yeah.
of stuff. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. So back to the Diddy controversy. You said you was on a live with um what's her name again?
Jaguar.
Jaguar, right? What was she talking about? What she say?
She just acting a fool as normal. Just I do that. I'm like, oh geez, So I'm just trying to figure it out. And Diddy did do some bad stuff, but she embellishes. She runs with it.
Mhm.
And she don't
Do
know
you
what she's
think
talking
she's
about.
she's a truth teller or she's just saying a whole bunch of stupid shit?
Yeah. So I think she told a lot of truth. I think she
Mhm.
exposed a lot of truth, but I think she also embellishes stuff. If that
Yes.
makes sense.
Yes.
For clout. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
I agree.
For
I
clout.
agree.
Yeah. And
She actually oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you good. I went at her for like an hour and a half, and she tried to battle me, and I just kept chopping it down.
About what in particular?
No, just like you
Like,
don't know what you're talking about. This, and this. I'm like, you sound ridiculous right now. Like, why don't you
yeah.
have a normal conversation?
Mhm.
And she's like, and then her man gets on. Yo, shut up, yo. I'm like, oh.
Well, it's her job. Like right now, I seen a video. Her and Charleston White are competing for attention, right? So Charleston White would get interviewed and say, "What do you think about P Diddy?" P Diddy is, and he'll say the dumbest shit, right? And then they'll say, "What do you think about P Diddy, Jaguar?" Right? And she starts saying, P. Diddy. So they say the dumbest shit. And it's like they get a lot of views for saying dumb shit, right? So it's like they're now in competition. And Jaguar Wright was literally like, I go viral more than you, Charleston White. What are you talking about? I'm like, these two people are arguing about who's the stupidest person. Like, what in the world? Which person says the dumbest stuff?
You
And
get a
they're
little trophy. You get a little trophy.
competing.
The biggest moron.
Right.
You know?
Right. It's like they compete to get a trophy, like at the BET Awards. Who says the stupidest shit on social media?
Yeah, yeah. But when I was talking to her, this was today. I can go back and try to find where it was, but it was just like I made her rage quit. I made her leave. I was like, "Yo, you're just making up bull crap as you go."
Yeah.
You know, and then she ended up like, yelling at me, cursing at me. Her boyfriend, I guess, came on yelling at me. I'm like, "Yo, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
You can come over and hang out with me at my house." I'm just saying. I'm baiting them. I'm baiting them in. But it's just like, do I think the circle of people like P. Diddy and Jay-Z, these people, I think, did they do nasty things? I think they did. That's why the government is. And then she kept calling me a federal agent. You a fed. You investigating me. I'm like, okay. All right.
Everybody white is a federal agent to black people. So it's crazy. If the person's white, you're the feds.
Yeah, well, they know that back in my 20s, I was an officer. I was. But that's like...
That don't make you a fed, though.
No, that was like 20... But I'm a federal contractor. I'm a contractor. But I'm not in law enforcement anymore.
Right.
It's just funny. She's like, he's trying to arrest me. He's trying to get me. I'm like, yo, Jaguar, you are like really paranoid. Like
she's a lunatic.
What's wrong with you? Like it ain't that serious,
Yeah.
But you had this, if you can catch it, it was hilarious, bro.
Whose channel was it on?
I don't know. I just popped on. It was like a British girl.
Just send it if you remember it. Just send it to me on my in a DM.
I will.
Yeah,
bro. She was so mad, and then she had her homegirl up there, which she said that they're in a relationship. So I guess Jag is, both ways. I don't know. I'm not hating on nobody. Look, you live your best life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she was like, "Oh, this is my girlfriend." I'm like, "All right, that's cool. Whatever."
Yeah.
But it was bro. It was crazy. It's like she was so mad. It was hilarious.
Because you're see, when a person gets into their bag and they're like, "Oh, the conspiracy of P. Diddy," you don't realize he's a space alien and he comes from planet Mars, and you come in and says, "Hey, you're saying crazy shit." You're jumping in to their spiel, and now you're taking the clip away. So if somebody says he's an alien and he comes from Mars, and the reason why he came to Mars is that's like a clip that can go viral, right? But if you jump in and says, "Yo, that's bullshit," you just interrupted her viral clip.
Yeah. And she was rambling, bro. I mean, rambling. I was like, yo, hold on. Let me see if I can find it real fast. I'll try to be real quick with it.
Okay.
Just give me a second, real fast.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask you about to go. I'm about to I ain't got nothing. I'm done. I'm just going. So I'm gonna play this and come back to you. See if you can find it. Okay.
I will.
Okay. So I'm just gonna play this real quick and come back.
How to do that? I was fucked.
So I'll be right back, Mike.
Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Hey, Mark, I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up.
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Rewind.
Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Hey, Mark, I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. I was fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. When I
All right, you found it?
I'm trying. I'm looking my hardest. It's for some reason it's not coming up.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's cool. Well, I'm about to grab me something to eat. So I just wanted to come and hang out with my people and talk about this new Diddy news. But yeah, just send it to me on Instagram and I'll check it out. You there? Oh, look like we lost him. But all right, y'all, I am out, and we didn't get that last person to buy my Deep Discussions card game. So all I need is one more person to buy my Deep Discussions card game. Y'all stopped at 9 card games sold. Let's get one more card game sold. Aaron, your chat got crazy. Why? What happened? What they do? What they doing in the chat? Oh, somebody talking about Jesus. Somebody talking about Trump. Like, what in the world are they talking about? From Drag Queen Story. What? Oh my God. Yeah, I see it. All kinds of weird people don't came in the chat. It's all good. It's all good. Welcome, weird people. Shout out to the little weird people in the chat talking about weird people stuff. It's all good. So I need one more person. You. So if you have not bought my Deep Discussions card game, it's 80 cards in this card game, and it's only $28. Your ass got $28. So buy my Deep Discussions card game. Let's get the 10 card games sold today. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game. We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend,
Candidate.
a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
They ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Thank you so much, American Lady. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for buying the card game, American Lady. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Yo, weird people in the chat, buy my Deep Discussions card game. Y'all, because it will help you help another person so you won't end up being stuck with a weird person. It only needs to be one weird person in a relationship. So to the weird people, buy my Deeper Discussions card game, weird person. So talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day, and hit the like button if you ain't already hit the like button.